everybody, welcome back to Skyway Classics YouTube channel. We are now going for a ride in our 1971 Chevy Corvette. Of course, if you're a hot shot executive or you want to just have a nice car, this is the car for you. Of course, back in the day, everybody wanted to have these lovely little C3 Corvettes. This one we have here featuring a full-on red exterior. As you do see, it does have the nice old school rallies. Thank God they didn't decide to put on those Torx or well wheels or any kind of ridiculous wheel that rubs on every turn you make. Other than that, as you can see with the C3s, like a lot of their Vettes, they do have the Hideaway headlights. They decided to keep the dual square mirrors on the sides. With the tires, you have those white letter, I believe it's the BF Goodrich tires on it. But even so, another good thing about this particular Vette is the fact that it is a T-top edition. As we move on to the inside, a lot of cool combinations back then were to keep the exterior and the interior alike. As you can see, our nice vinyl interior of red is very in good shape. We got a 4-speed manual. We got a 3-spoke sport style steering wheel with the tilt column on it. Also, as we look at the center console, all of our gauges are working, speedometer, attack, even our temperature gauge, which is very rare, especially in an older car. We have an aftermarket 2-knob radio with cassette. We even have our old school AC vents and controls. Other than that, just coming from the sides, you do have the nice little window cranks. Very better than power windows, especially for back in the day, because you always had to worry about a motor or something going wrong with it. But luckily, on the 1971 Corvette, there was no problem like that. Of course, we are turning around a little bit early, but that does not mean we are not stopping the video. Anyway, to sum it up, underneath the hood, featuring a 350 small block motor. Of course, you know, a lot of times back in the day, that's all the motors they had in these cars. In fact, even on the lower side of the shifter, as you can see, they do have a little stamping right there. If you could just adjust that for the people there. A little showing right down there, showing you what the specs were of the original car. Of course, it does have the original setup. I do not want to say that it's a matching number car until we get further into it, but other than that, it does have that stock appearance with the Corvette valve covers, the dual air cleaner, pretty much a basic thing you could get for a nice Corvette. But other than that, now it is time to get it up on the lift, so if you have a moment, folks, just stay tuned with us to see the underneath.